For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the fourth. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Once considered the best player at the college level, our featured golfer makes birdie, sitting comfortably inside the cut line. Frank, what'd you say at the top? Die on the left, die on the right. Is this what you were talking about?
Exactly, yeah. The fifth hole here, it's called double trouble. So yeah, there's chances for grief on both sides of this fairway. But if you're long enough, if you can just sneak it past 335, that's where the water runs out. This is reachable.
So if you do sneak it out there, and that would be the longer hitters, you might have what into this green?
Well, you can get home hybrid, maybe even something shorter. But remember, it's called double trouble. Avoid that. Maybe double eagle.
Now the third shot here at the par 5, fifth.
Yeah, great opportunity, scoring club in hand. Just check the yardage, make sure there's no little fickle breezes around. Pitch the ball on the number. Got a birdie putt coming up.
Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
It's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one.
Pretty far from the hole, but still on the green, and that's never too bad. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. So a tester from 4 feet. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Set to go. Not an easy shot. Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Now the second par 5 on this opening 9 here at PGA West. Frank, what are we looking at?
The bunker down the right side gives you that optical illusion because it sort of has that curvy edge to it, plus it sort of moves its way to that right side, and then you notice there's a bunker on the left that sneaks in on the left side. So this isn't just sort of blaze away off the tee. It still requires a good straight tee shot. If you do err a little bit, then you've got to be very cognizant of the bunkers up on the left side as you get closer to the green.
Setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection's been spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank, just a surgical touch out there.
And the scorecard reflects yet another birdie.
That's the end of round one, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards. It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Now the third shot here at the par 5 11th. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish. I'm loving that balance.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This is a good-looking shot. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Oh, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
You see the blend of holes here from the long par 5 to the short par 4, now to the 214-yard par 3 13th.
Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Locked in on the read and the speed. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. 2 options really: poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check, sure, is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back nine now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium-length par 4. But again, the player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really. And if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
Ready to go now on the approach shot here at this par 4 10th. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Bogey here yesterday. Now this for birdie. Frank, all of a sudden, another player to factor in on this leaderboard.
Yeah, and things are starting to tighten up right now. Going to see where the next move comes from.
Frank, how about this hole, the par 5 11th? Long one.
Oh, it is. And, anything over 600 yards, only the longest it is the Bubba Watsons, the Dustin Johnsons of the world. The other ones that can get home on a hole like this. For the other ones, even those bunkers down the left side are sort of in play. You at least have to give them a cursory look off the tee. Nothing wrong with a hole, a par 5 that you can't reach. You can still play it as a 3-shotter. And in some respects, you get rewarded for laying up here because that water that comes in on the left-hand side, that's not going to be in play.
Second from an excellent lie. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
All right, Frank, time to play a little pitch and putt right now. Good chance with a good shot here to make a 4.
Yeah, holes like this is where small ball can beat big ball.
About 25 feet from the cup. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Just a little tap in here. That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par. Frank, Pete Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. That's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest fairway. Then you've got the longest second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
Frank, what's the right play here? Second to the short 12th.
Short flags, obviously got to keep it on that front section. When you've got a back flag, you've got to get it over that little faint ridge that's in the middle of this green. Got to go past that.
Early part of this second 9, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And with that birdie, he moves into first place.
And look at the look in the eyes now.
Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Today it's live final round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. About 80 yards left, Frank.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Settles in over the putt. Makes a par, but that will not hold the position on the leaderboard.
A lot of aggressive golf going on right now.
Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards. Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. And there's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
A little bit of magic from here. It's hole's not over.
And he's made the green.
Even par currently.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
This is the second par 5 at PGA West of 600 or more yards. The 16th is a pretty good test. A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Good swing, good shot yet again. That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Getting set now over the putt. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Clean this up with a tap. Good effort and good par putt. So, Frank, you arrive on the tee box. What are you thinking here as you look out at the hole they call Alcatraz? Par 3 17th at 168 yards.
Well, we've seen it all here, Rich, from that hole-in-one that Lee Trevino had in the Skins game all the way back in 1987 to people splashing away left, right, and center. No advice here. You can see what's in front of you.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie. Second shot.
Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie, now in second.
One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie.
Given the situation, Rich, things so tight at the top. Very, very good birdie.
That was huge right there. Still with a great chance to come away with this title.